All right, welcome to a next little short video on the fly. That's why there's a little camera shake. It's about Spydercos today. Spyderco is that brand that I might have the most knives from. I think about 18. And some of them I like more than others, as usual, for whatever reason. And now here I have put down 9 Spydercos, which are my most favorite Spydercos, you might say. And now I would like to select one by one which Spyderco goes back into the bag and and see which one is the last to remain, which then will be my most favorite Spyderco. Okay, now the first one that leaves us here is well, I think the Salt 2. And no, I have not cut myself. It's one of these weird things that the side of the fingertip is torn for whatever reason. Well, the Salt 2, why do I like it? I like it especially because of the steel. LC200N steel, excellent. It is pretty slicey, as you can see, very thin, very thin blade stock. I do not like this Warncliffe blade too much, this shape. It is great for utility reasons, but I do not like the design of it really. And what I do not like really is the backlock, because this is not really a fidgety knife in a certain way. It's a good knife, it's a very useful knife, but not really fidgety. That's why it goes back into the bag. The next one, for quite similar reasons, is the UK pen knife, the UK PK, also in the Salt edition, also in LC200N. Here in this kind of leaf-shaped blade shape. I like that a lot more than the Warncliffe. At least the Spyderco Warncliffes. I do not mind Warncliffes as such, but the Spyderco Warncliffes are not really the one that I like the most. Excellent steel, as I said, really good steel. But again, it's very lightweight, and it is ergonomically really good, but then it's not really a fidgety knife. Nah, come on. Because it does not have a lock. It is this knife which is legal in England and legal in Germany. Very useful for that, but not my favorite one. All right, which one is the next to go? I think it's this one. This is the Ladybug, but in a very interesting edition. This is the Ladybug in a sprint run edition with this very special steel, as you can see. It's a Sanmai, actually. It's super blue. The cutting edge is in super blue, and then on both sides we have 420J1. This is highly interesting. I kind of love that because of that steel, but it's the Ladybug. It's a bit too small for me, right? So it's not that. It's really tiny in a certain way. It has a backlock, which is, as you can see, if you have only one hand free, very difficult to deploy and to close again. Okay, right. That's why it goes back into the bag. This gets us down to 6. Now the next one that gets the boot in a certain way is this one. It's an amazing knife. It's the Chaparral. The steel is fantastic, and that's why I like it a lot. This is CTSXHP. It doesn't really focus. Here we go. The shape is fantastic. The ergonomics are great, and the blade stock is ever so thin. It is a fantastic slicer. It's very lightweight. It has these well-structured FRN handles. But again, it's a backlock. It is not really a fidgety knife. It's not really a knife for fidget fun. It's a good slicer, a good user for, let's say, the easy tasks, but not my favorite Spyderco. Down to 5. Now it's getting harder and harder. The next one that has to leave us, at least to go to the bag, I won't sell it of course, is that one. This is the Endura 4, but this is a special version of the Endura 4. This is the version with British Racing green scales and CDP 189 steel. And I love that steel. Fantastic. But again, a backlock, not very fidgety, and that's why it goes back into the bag. Okay, down to 4. These are my 4 most favorite Spyderco knives. And now it's getting harder and harder. Which one to pick and which one goes into my top 3. I think, although I really like that knife, especially because of its fantastic design, fantastic usefulness, and also great steel, the Native 5. It's in Spy 27, and Spy 27 is a great steel. I like it a lot. I love this design. This, this is exactly, this really meets my aesthetic preferences. The ergonomics are excellent. It fits to my hand 100%. Why does it go? Backlock on the one hand, not that fidgety. You can flick it open with a little wrist, but the other 3 are better. Perhaps that's the best way to say it. Okay, and here we go. It's getting harder and harder. It's really getting difficult now. Number 3, and the next one to go back into the bag is this one, the Manix 2. Some of you might say, oh wow, this is perhaps the best knife ever. Yeah, it is one of the greatest knives ever, I agree. But the other 2 I like even more. S30V, a good steel, not my absolute favorite steel, but a really good steel. I like the looks. Not as much as with an 85 actually, but what I really like is the lock. This is the ball bearing lock, and I really like that one. It flicks open and it closes very nicely. It's a fantastic knife, and it's only place number 3 because the other 2 are even better. So let's come to my most favorite Spydercos. Yeah, that's hard. But I think I really have made up my mind. The next one to go back into the bag is the Sage 5. This used to be my most favorite knife of all. It is ever so flicky. It's absolutely amazing. I like the looks. I love the ergos. I love the compression lock. Whoops. I love the compression. I shouldn't do this with my hurting finger. The compression lock is absolutely fantastic. Ever so fidgety. The action is really fantastic. Excellent. The steel is S30V as well, so it's not the best steel that I have, but it's a really decent, a really good steel. Used to be absolutely top steel in a way, but well, my second most favorite Spyderco. It has lost the first position to the Paramilitary 2. Not only a PM2, but the PM2 Crew Kata, as it is called. Mikata handles. Mikata is my, perhaps we can say that Mikata is my most favorite handle material. I like it more than titanium or G10 or something. And the steel, CPM Crew wear. This is perhaps my second most favorite steel, directly after Magna Cut, which is my most favorite steel. I like it more than S30V, than S35VN. I like it more than Spy 27, more than LC200N, more than CDP 189. Absolutely fantastic, that steel. Absolutely fantastic. And you know, I mean, the shape of this knife is great. Ergonomics are fantastic. So many different ways to hold it and to use it. The blade, absolutely amazing. Pretty tough blade stock, but very delicate tip. So actually you can do everything with it, apart from perhaps, I don't know, prying some nails out of some wood, but you shouldn't do that with a knife anyway. Compression lock action is fantastic. It flicks open, it closes nicely. Whatever way you want to use it, it's absolutely great. This Spyderco Paramilitary 2 in the Mikata crew wear version, my most favorite Spyderco. Well, thanks very much for watching. Let's just put down the top 3 again. This is the top 3, and a special honorable mention for the Native 5, because I just like the ergos and the looks and the steel a lot. Okay, thanks very much for watching. Bye bye.